Let's watch President Ruto.
Everybody watched what happened in your country not so long ago. You are under a crippling debt, and you were trying to figure out how to repay the IMF debt and others, and you wanted to impose taxes which are very few and scarce actually in Kenya. And it backfired. People came out onto the streets. You tried to restore order. There were many people in those protests who were killed. And then you had to walk it all back. So firstly, did you do the wrong thing by sending the troops out against people who were protesting that they couldn't afford these taxes?
For your information, Kenya is a robustly democratic country, and protests are part of our democracy. The freedom of people to associate and to choose what to do. And that is perfectly in order. And restoring law and order is also the responsibility of law enforcement agencies. What was in Nairobi, apart from the protests, were criminal gangs that burned down parliament, burned down the Chief Justice office, burned down people's property. Those, like happens everywhere in the world, had to be managed by our security agencies. And any excesses that may have occurred, there is an independent policing authority that investigates and takes those who may have overstepped their mandate into account. So what happened in Kenya is perfectly in order. We are trying to manage a situation. As you have said yourself, we have serious debt issues. We have a world that has serious climate conditions. We swung from a flood into a drought, and we have serious issues, and we are trying to manage and mobilize domestic resources, working with different actors. If it doesn't work, we tried a different way. Kenya is now stable. We are moving into the future in a predictable, orderly manner because we are a democracy.
Mr. President, how will you do that? Because clearly you were advised by, I assume, your own economists and international economists that you needed to start raising funds. You needed to get some taxes or however you raise your funds in order to pay down the debt and to, I guess, pay for development. What is your next step on this issue? How will you do what you need to do without, upsetting the people who can't afford it and trying to satisfy your own people?
It is always a balance. Most of the situation that you saw, part of it was occasioned by misinformation, fake news, and many other aspects of the protest. More explanation is going into our strategy going into the future. We are working with the international community to find concessional funding long-term at scale to manage our situation, to manage the debt situation. As I talk to you, inflation is down from 9 to 4.3%. Our exchange rate is now stable, and we can be able to do more going forward without pushing too hard on what the people can accommodate.
Demonstrating outside there. I want us to ask ourselves, demonstration is allowed in our constitution. And what normally happens? Leading to death, I mean. Because are we sure that those who are demonstrating, they are always thugs? The other day during demonstration, I exposed Sakaja. Sakaja is the one who was captured live on camera. The goons were coming from the city of Nairobi. It trended in social media. Up to now, that case imeisha tu hivyo. They were carrying panga na hizo vitu zingine wanaweza beba marungu to distract the demonstrators. So you want to tell me that president is saying that those who are demonstrating are thugs, they're robust, they can never have time to demonstrate. That is what he have told the CNN in an interview. He have been asked the heavy taxation which people were demonstrating over. We demonstrated on the issue of this finance bill. and it led to death. Many Kenyans were buried. The government itself have never come out and even apologized and saying sorry for the loss of life. Even to talk to the police officers, not to use forces during demonstration. The truth of the matter is that even our police officers, I swear, always use forces during demonstration. There was even a lady who was shot at her thighs in Nakuru. So was she a thief? And she was one of the media group people covering whatever was happening. The same police officers used poisonous tear gas. It was, I think, pink purple in color even, during demonstration. Several things happened during demonstration. There was abduction, illegally, not even allowed in our constitution. President is still insisting they were thugs. Our president is tough. It's beyond everyone. Well, I keep on telling you here that I always thank God for not allowing us to pay life. Because if we could have that chance to pay life, there's no one who could have paid this life. Leaders are the ones who always take this life for no reason. Gaddafi were among the people who thought that he could have ruled Africa. Where is he right now? 8 feet, 4 by 4. Moi was called with different names. He was holy, Mtukufu. If you don't call Moi with that name, you are being arrested. Where is he right now? 4 by 4, 8 feet. You can as well continue mentioning them. Our friend, late Idi Amin Dada, who cheated the people of Uganda, that he had to give them something, a little. Ameweka kwa lori, chua, hadi kwa Lake Victoria. He was laughing. Today is nowhere to be seen. Today, our people are demonstrating. They stormed the parliament just to stop that financial bill not to be passed. President have diverted this, that they were thugs who destroyed the parliament. Wakenya wanaweza haribu mali yao. What I have observed in this demonstration is burning tires on our road, which is wrong. When we call out for demonstration, it should be peaceful demonstration. You are allowed to do that. But what normally happens here, both police officers and the demonstrators are now starting to clash to each other. They are throwing shoulder. So now president, by seeing that, he is even embarrassing himself in that interview. This is wrong. We live in a world different of challenges. You as a leader, the reason why you are appointed or selected to serve the people honestly, with humility, and make them prosper together. But not to serve the people by threatening them. Not to serve the people by killing them. Because when we talk about police are working under William Ruto's administration. Some of them are using live bullet, not all. There are those who are reasoning. And that is why hata Mungu alipanish ule police officer mwenye ali mkono yake ilitoka, kwa sababu alikuwa na ile uchungu. Order from the above. Malipo ni hapa hapa tu, mkono yake imeenda hivyo. Sahi hawezi shika bunduki. It has gone that way. Mimi nasema ukweli, is up to you. Mwenye atanipenda anipende, mwenye atanichukia ni sawa. Dunia hakuna mtu mzuri. Lazima tuambiane tu ukweli hapa. I can use that example. That man as a good example. Maybe he wanted to use live bullet to shoot someone. Mungu naye ni nani? Mikono imeenda hivyo. Wakageuza ilikuwa tear gas. Today is denying that there was mass killing during demonstration at CNN. While he is abroad, overseas country is walking on foot. While in this country, convoys of vehicle, 100 of them. The world, we are just watching. It's very sad. Anawadinai hadi nje. Kuna kitu mtamfanyia. Badala wa support waseme nchi yangu watu wanaandamana kwa sababu hivi na hivi na finance bill. Na niliwaambia nitakataa hiyo finance bill na nilikataa. So they are still demonstrating. I'm going to find out why these people are demonstrating. Hivyo ndio kiongozi anaongea. Hivyo ndio kiongozi anaongea. I told you that leadership is not all about degree you have, money you have. It is all about how you reason. Time will tell. I rest my case at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your observations on that video clip? Bye-bye.